Welcome back to Art Talk from Art in the Loop. I'm Jack.
And I'm Frances, and today we are talking with Deanna Dikeman, an American photographer whose work explores family, time, and memory. She is best known for Leaving and Waving, a 27-year project photographing her parents waving goodbye in their Sioux City, Iowa driveway, exhibited now in 16 countries. A Guggenheim Fellow, she has published 2 books with, Shows. Commune. Thank you very much. It's French. You can see how I failed. Her Art in the Loop series, Patio Barbecues, is on view at the Armour SouthBound KC Streetcar shelter. Welcome, Deanna, to Art in the Loop Art Talk.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Oh, we're so happy to have you here today. You're our first interview for this series, so now you have to be the first on the YouTube channel since I've said that. So congratulations, you're at the tippy top. We are so happy that you're here today, and we want to talk to you about your experience as a creative collective and also about your experience with Art in the Loop. So I guess let's get started with your extended bio says that you left your corporate job in 1975 to explore a photography class. Why? What happened? Did you just decide I don't want to be here anymore and go explore a class? How did that work?
Kind of, that's the case. Yes, I had photography as a hobby.
Okay.
Because I had a little camera and followed my dad around because he took slides when I was a little girl. And when I had a job, I bought myself a real 35 millimeter camera, and that was my hobby. But I kind of sat in my cubicle every day thinking this is not a good way to spend my life. And I thought I would go down to Johnson County Community College and take a photo class.
Yes, repping the JUCO.
And oh boy.
Shout out.
Yes.
Did that change my life?
I bet. Yes.
There we go.
That's beautiful. Johnson County Community College has changed a few lives. Jack and I both have gone there and loved it.
Yeah.
Such a great
that's
college.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So you learned the art of film photography at JUCO. You learned it on your own and then developed your skills at JUCO. And then where did it go from there?
Well, at JUCO, I learned that photography could be art rather than just photography.
Yeah.
Because photography can be a lot of things to a lot of people. And this was before we had phone photography. So you had to use a camera, a film camera.
Yes.
And there was a darkroom.
Yes.
So it was quite different introduction than you might get today.
That's very real. The film developing experience is its own skill set. So
yeah,
lost time a little bit.
It's rather magical. And what I discovered was photography was the first thing I'd ever found in my life where I didn't care if I stopped for lunch and I didn't look at my watch to see when it was time to go home.
You're just lost in the process.
I loved it. I just loved it. And I just thought, I've got to pay attention to this.
Mm-hmm. That's really beautiful. So you started taking photos. Leaving and Waving started 27 years ago. Is that right?
It started not 27 years ago, but it went for 27 years.
For 27 years.
Yeah,
okay.
It's
so
further into history than that.
Oh, well, that's fair. That's fair. So tell me about this. Did this project begin accidentally? Can you describe what Leaving and Waving is and kind of how the process started or when you decided it was in fact a project for you?
Well, a couple of things happened to me. We moved from Kansas City to Louisiana, and living in the Deep South, I discovered how Midwestern I was. And I started seeing where Mom and Dad lived and where I'd grown up in Northwest Iowa as something interesting when before I just thought it was home and it was boring and you get used to it and it's bland and it's the Midwest, right? What's there to see?
Right.
Well, I found some things to look at and I decided I would try to take those pictures to see if I could make it as interesting as I was finding it. So that was one thing. And then the other thing was that Mom and Dad decided to sell my childhood home. And I didn't have any pictures of it. So I was busy, and these things happened at the same time. So I was busy photographing the swamps in Louisiana or taking trips to India and photographing the Taj Mahal. I was not photographing my childhood bedroom. And when it comes right down to it, what do you want to remember?
Yeah.
You know, you want your memories. And your memories are tied to places most often, especially childhood places.
Yeah.
And I didn't have pictures, and it was going away. So I kind of changed my attitude about what I was going to look at and what I was going to take pictures of.
This sounds like an incredibly inspired project.
Yeah. For anyone viewing this, take good pictures of your childhood room because who knows what that will look like in 50 years. Might be demolished.
That's right.
That's very real. Is the house still there? Do you know?
Yes, it is. I think so.
Okay. Excellent. So in the, you have work at the Armour SouthBound KC Streetcar shelter, right? So it is a panel of 4 photos. Is that right? Okay. So can you talk about that work, the span of the work, what viewers will see when they go, how you chose those, any of that setup? I would love to know about.
Well, when I saw the theme home, which my friends called me and said, Deanna, you've got to apply for this. Then look at the theme. And I said, okay, I do. You're right. This is my kind of project. And then I started looking through my pictures and I started kind of, what am I going to show? And Leaving and Waving's been seen. I don't want to do that again. And then I thought, aha, barbecue, Kansas City. What do we love here?
Yes.
So every time I went back to visit Mom and Dad, my dad got out this little barbecue grill, tripod, 3 legs, lined it with foil, put some, briquettes in there, lit a fire, and grilled some steaks or some chicken or some burgers. And I had some pictures of that.
Yeah.
So I went through all my barbecue pictures and I found a sequence of 4 that I thought worked sitting next to each other and that kind of showed the passage of time. And then in the last 2, you see my son being taught how to barbecue. So it became about barbecue, about my family, about the passage of time. I tried to do a lot in 4 pictures.
You did it. It's a really beautiful and stunning stop. So I love the work that you've done. I'm curious what Jack thinks about it. Jack, what do you think about it?
You did mention that your son started learning how to barbecue in these photos, and I just thought that it was a really interesting moment to not only capture on film or camera, but just putting it up there on the streetcar stop. And I guess in a way it's sort of bragging rights because you're telling all of these passengers, hey, my son knows how to cook.
Do you feel like when you put that work up there, is there a certain emotion that you want the viewer to have evoked? Is there anything in particular that you're hoping that they take away from the experience, or are you hoping it translates from family to family? Is there anything in particular you had as a mission for that?
Yeah, I hope it makes them think about their family or their patio barbecues or their kids or maybe their grandma or their grandpa visiting their house or something they did in their backyard that was fun, that gives them a nice little warm heart feeling, maybe makes them smile. Yeah. And since we had all these FIFA visitors and international visitors, maybe made them feel like, hey, Kansas City's a homey place, we like it here. We're comfortable here.
It's kind of an incredible thing to have had your work up during that particular experience, right?
Oh, yeah.
God, how many people must have seen your artwork this week?
I think the streetcar had record ridership, right?
They sure did, yeah.
Streetcar Donna she definitely has reflected that there were more people than ever imagined. But I don't have the final numbers yet, so I'm looking forward to hearing what they were. When it comes to your collective experience as a creative, you've shown in 16 countries, right? So
right.
How many, I don't know if you have a number on how many of those exhibits have been public facing art? Like, I guess, how do we define public art? Do we put it in a gallery and call it public art? Do we put it outside and call it public art? Do you feel like your work is public art, or is your work...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? So what, in your understanding of yourself as an artist, how do you define the work that you do?
Whoa, that's a big question.
Good, because I want to hang out with you for a little longer, so I'll wait.
How do I define the work that I do? There's so many layers. I mean, I can fit it into what's been done before me and what inspired me in photography or in the art world, because certainly plenty of people before me photographed their families or so forth. So those things inspired me. I'm interested in maybe making us aware of everyday moments and the things that we overlook or undervalue, that we take for granted. I like to call attention to that. I really do like to say the Midwest is a warm, comfortable place for most of us.
Yeah.
And I was very, very lucky to have parents that didn't mind my camera in their face. They got used to me. They started ignoring me, and I could just kind of walk around the house when I was there with my picture, taking pictures.
That's such an incredible gift for them to give you, right?
Yeah, it
Best set of
is. It
parents.
is.
Well, and I feel like as a photographer, it's really imperative that you catch people in their natural state, because I think that's where you can tell the difference between people who were captured being themselves and people who were posed to behave in a certain way. And there's a real intentionality in your work that suggests
there's a
naturalness.
difference.
Yeah.
Plenty of photographers make amazing pictures by staging them, but I didn't. I just caught the moments or the in-between times when things were off guard or maybe just slightly off kilter or slightly humorous.
Yeah. Has your relationship with your work changed since your parents have passed?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Things that I didn't think were good enough at the time. Oh, this picture's a little bit out of focus, or I should have framed that one differently, or the exposure's poor, and I didn't use the picture at the time. Now I say, well, I don't care about all that, because look at what's in that picture and look at how those people look, and the moments and the emotions are more valuable to me now rather than a technical glitch or a slight error. If you can look at it right now and see something, then it's good enough.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's in focus anymore.
It's beautiful.
Do you have all of your work digitized at this point?
No.
Yeah, that's okay. None of us do. I guess unless you were born after 2008. then you probably do.
Tedious hours of scanning.
Yes, I can only imagine how much work that has been for you to bring those into this current expectation of just send me the digital files
Yes.
in high res.
Yes.
Hope you can figure that out. How has receiving the exhibition opportunity at with Art in the Loop impacted your work?
Well, I think it gave me a new way to look at the work, because anytime you have an opportunity to go into your, I'll say files, because I do mostly look at my digital files now, and say critically, look at them critically and say, how can I organize these to tell a story? Or what do I have that fits what I think I could say here? Is a new opportunity to figure out, in my case, what I did.
That's beautiful.
Because they're all gone now. Well, my son isn't, but my parents are gone, so I can't take any more pictures.
Yeah.
I can only work with what I have.
That's very real. Are you turning the camera in a different direction now? Do you have other subjects that you're capturing with any regularity?
Well, I do. I actually take pictures of my son when he leaves or when we depart. So we've kind of continued that. And as he drives out of the driveway, I stand on the front porch and photograph the car leaving.
Wow.
So we flipped the script a little bit here.
This is a beautiful evolution.
Yeah.
So.
Ugh, I love this. Anything lingering?
Have you ever thought about maybe having your son try out the camera when he leaves the driveway?
He's not interested.
Not an artist or not a photographer?
No, he can actually take a pretty good picture,
Yeah.
but he hasn't shown any desire to pick up the camera and work with photography. So
Not yet.
not yet. Maybe things could change, right?
Jack's like, come on, 30. Well, Deanna, it's been really wonderful to spend time with you today. Is there anything that you want to share about your work that we didn't ask you about?
No, I hope everyone rides a streetcar and goes by my corner.
Absolutely. So definitely ride the Kansas City Streetcar. It's free to ride, and Art in the Loop does this work on an annual basis. So you can see Deanna Dikeman's work at Armour SouthBound KC Streetcar Shelter.
And all the other good artists.
Oh, there's so many more.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for being here today.
My pleasure.
Yeah.